What is going on, YouTube? PPS here, YouTube Play of the Day. We're going to go live today yet again, just because Pass the Prop was not able to happen today, unfortunately. I know Stu has a few other things going on today. So, yeah, we're going to get right into talking about some baseball again. Yeah, we have an awesome slate. Starts in about an hour. I try to do this a little bit later just so we get a little bit closer to game time here. So I already posted a play over on Action this morning. That one's kind of moved to shit. It's like 10, 15 cents worse now. So unfortunately, I will not play that one here. If you want to play it, obviously, I like to play. But I say it all the time, I'm not going to bet juice that high on some of these spots. So fortunately, I will not be playing that one here. I actually have another spot that I'll be playing for you guys here. So I am seeing kind of all over the place on this number. I grabbed it this morning on Rivers at plus 100. So hopefully I can find this over on FanDuel. But before we get to that, let's get a quick recap in. We did get to cash, got back in the win column last night. Mitchell Parker obviously made it a little bit sweaty. Shout out to Adam Frazier, the 47-year-old dude who just can't fucking hit. Dude sucks. So got to watch him strike out twice. He really tried to get me on this one. Sal Perez obviously making me a little nervous last night too, but they blew him up, got him out of there. I believe he hit his house prop by one. That's why I was going to lean towards the over. He did hit the over and then got blown up. So, felt like I saw that game pretty well for the most part here. So that was a nice win. Jacob Lopez, I'm pretty sure was the optimal pitcher last night. If you were playing DFS, yeah, I'm pretty sure he was the optimum. He actually, I'm pretty sure, beat Freddie Peralta, and even if he didn't, it was very close to a point where it didn't really matter. You needed him because he was $2,000 cheaper. So that one was an easy cash. I believe that was cash in like the third inning. So we love to see those and feel great about that spot. So it moves us to 54 and 36, 26.2 units on the season so far. If you guys have questions, today would be a great day to do them just because I'll be on here. I'm going to try to be on here a little bit longer. I don't have work for another 45 minutes, so it's nice. I get to take a little bit more time on these. So if you have questions, I'm going to pull up Twitter on my phone just in case I don't see any from you guys on there, just because I don't know how it goes with the chat and the live chat and everything like that. So I want to make sure I get that through. So we got 40 of you guys in here live, 33 on Twitter. We have 10 of you guys over on YouTube. I appreciate you guys joining me today. And let's get started. I'm going to play this under with Joe Ryan, under 17.5 pitching outs at minus 112. I did play this morning already. Played this, I believe, at plus 100. I sent that out this morning to the VIP group. What was that? That was about 10:30 this morning. Just making sure I check my notes there. So I love that I got it at plus money. Do I like it a lot better there? Yes, but I still think this is a great spot at minus 112. So Joe Ryan on the season has been getting pretty deep in the ball games. Not going to say he hasn't. He's 34th in the MLB in pitches per game at 90.8. But I have issues with this matchup, guys. Like, I hate taking over outs against the Yankees. Like, these guys are just annoying. They're just an annoying team. They've been very hit or miss. Now you have to travel to New York, first off. And then you have to face the Yankees team who has the third highest walk rate against righties and a top 10 strikeout rate against righties. Plus, they have a 114 WRC+. So they're tough because they hit the ball hard when they put it in play. But they also take a lot of pitches. They're one of the more disciplined teams in the league. And they hit for power. So it's like, what do I want to do here, right? Especially with a guy like Joe Ryan who has a 28% K rate, who has been very good in the walk department. I have to feel like I have to take this under. We saw him against the Royals, 5 innings. Washington, 5 innings. I don't count Colorado, even if it was in Coors, just because they're horrible. He had 11 strikeouts in that one. So he's missed this in 3 of his last 5 starts. Obviously, when I look at the Rockies, I will count it for this. But he's hit the under in 3 of his last 5 starts. This is definitely the hardest matchup of all of them, right? If you Royals, Cleveland, Washington, Pittsburgh, Colorado. And he's a fly ball guy, right? And that's also an issue here when you're playing in Yankee Stadium. You're playing in Yankee Stadium with a fly ball pitcher who has a very, very good strikeout rate. Like I said, 28%. He's an elite walk guy, right? He's not able to, walk as many dudes as we've seen. I saw this month he has 1 walk through 11 innings. You go back to August, 30 innings pitched, 4 walks. The Yankees just work it, right? And if you know you're going to have a guy who's going to be in the zone this much, and we have a guy who just doesn't get the ball on the ground, I have an issue with it. I do really think this is going to be a tough matchup for him against the Yankees. And the Yankees, like I said, 114 WRC plus. And if you go down the list, they have a 446 slugging, which ranks them second. They rank 4th in OPS, right? So, I mean, just going down the list, this just keeps adding negatives and negatives and negatives. And the thing is Joe Ryan could shove in this outing, right? He could shove. But I kind of see it like him being, like he did like against the Brewers, right? 5 1/3, 100 pitches, 7 strikeouts, did really good, but gave up 3 runs, right? Or there's a couple of these other outings where he goes like 5 1/3, 5 2/3, and just gives up power, right? And he pitches more fastballs than anybody I've seen in a long time, going right at him. So I think this is just a tough spot. I think this is a spot where I definitely want to be rolling with this Yankees lineup. They screwed me over these last couple of weeks. They've really, really screwed me. But what they haven't done is chase, and they haven't. Obviously, they haven't been winning. That doesn't matter, but I don't really care for that. But I think Joe Ryan has a decent outing. 5 2/3 in that range. Give me 6 or 7 strikeouts. I think his strikeouts prop is like 6.5. Pretty ridiculous. And I just see like deep counts. I don't see him going over 100 pitches either, because the season's pretty much just a wash for these guys. So I don't think they give a crap about this season anymore. So that's gonna be my play of the day. I'm hoping that means Justin. I think that's what that means. I wasn't able to get your Brewers yesterday at -215. Would you take your Brewers for a money line parlay piece? I think if I'm taking anything parlay related, it's probably going to be Woodruff strikeouts. I also don't mind his outs prop. Unfortunately, I've been seeing it around -145. If I had to, that would be my only other spot I go to. I don't know. I don't want to. I feel like I'm late to the party on the money line spots, right? Like, do I think they win? Yes. But like, I feel like if I'm going to play them, I'd rather have it like a race to number or a team total number, just because at some point it's going to happen, and I don't want to feel like I'm jumping on it and it's like they just won 12 in a row. I could have bet them money line 12 times in a row, and then I lose this one just because I'm starting to jump on it. So I don't bet my Brewers much. I bet on individual players on the team, but yes, I mean, just give me more Isaac Collins, give me more Woodruff, bro. That's all I need. If I might ask, what team do you like today that can get a win? I need one if you can help. I'm going to assume just a team money line is what you're going with there, a money line option. If you could kind of give me a price that you have in mind, like if you're like, if we're going with just like my favorite team to win, right? I mean, you could just go on there and probably just, play like the what are the Mets are -206, Dodgers are -200. Like, I don't know. I don't play money lines that much. I mean, I feel like the Dodgers have to wake up today. Like, I feel like they have to wake up. Like, you have Hendricks versus Ohtani in LA. You just got beat twice, and you blew the lead last night in the 9th after Ohtani brings you back to try to win it. I don't know. I feel like that Dodgers team is going to wake up today and just put a beating on Hendricks. Any games you think have good home run potential? Good question. I think that if I'm going to a home run spot, I think it's going to probably be leaning a little bit more towards that Astros game. I like the over in that game. I also think Hunter Brown has a tough day today too. I think this is a tough spot. I always like taking under outs for him as well. But I feel like that's a spot I want to go to. And I mean, if you want to get some like crazy numbers, I think that you could start to see. I think we could see a couple Phillies maybe take Hunter Greenyard, and also that bullpen a little bit there. But yeah, I'm looking down the list of like the early games. I think if you're going to one, I don't mind this A's matchup, this A's game. I think that those ones will also be a fun one for prices. I like this JT Ginn, dude. I don't know where the hate is on him, like why his numbers are so low, but shit. I watched his last start. That dude is disgusting. Like, absolutely filthy, dude. Like, I was very, very impressed with what I saw from him. I will probably be playing him yet again today. I wish I would have laddered him last time out, but I'm getting some pretty good prices on his strikeout numbers here. So I played Hunter Green under 6.5 strikeouts. I heard he's on a limit. I would not be surprised to see them keep him to like the 5-inning mark. I believe, if I remember correctly, when I checked this morning, they did not have an outs prop on him. And that kind of even leads me even more to that. Yeah, they have no outs prop on him. So that would obviously lead me a little bit more to that too, because obviously the books aren't going to put something out if they feel like they don't have an edge, just because they can, and they can play whatever, they can put whatever they want out there. But yeah, I thought there was a little bit of disrespect on the Christopher Sanchez lines on the other side, a little bit there. So we got Thomas popping in. Appreciate you. Thanks for the video. Rolling with Gilbert 6Ks, Pavetta under 2.5 earned. I do like that. I do like that. Yeah, you know how I play these things, man. Obviously a long-time listener. We appreciate you popping in. Yeah, I like Gilbert 6 strikeouts as a parlay piece. I got to get that bad taste out of my mouth from his last outing because he just walks too many dudes. But my thing is the Orioles don't walk. The Orioles don't walk. And that's why I feel like if you're going with like a prop like Gilbert, this would be a game. This would be the game to kind of do it because Baltimore is swinging for the fences. They're trying to hit bombs. And Gilbert obviously has, top 5 strikeouts per 9 stuff. I'm pretty sure he might be 1 in that outing after these last 2 outings for Skeens and Skubal. So like that, Pavetta getting the pitch in San Francisco, man. What else can you ask for a fly ball guy like that? So I really, really like that Pavetta look. I'd be curious what that is on its own, just because I know Gilbert is a minus 375 or something like that for 6. I thought I saw it at 7.5, so I'd assume it's around 375, 350 for the 6 strikeouts. Mark B, we appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thank you for popping in. If you guys have any other questions, now would be the time to do that. I'm just going to run through my quick recap, and I'll get you guys on your way. So play of the day for me is going to be Joe Ryan under 17.5 outs at minus 112. If you haven't followed me on Action yet either, make sure you do that. Obviously, I have my VIP group. I send out a bunch of plays over there. So obviously, I don't give out a ton over on Action. I don't just post every play I have. But I do try to send an extra one. I try to do 1 or 2 a day during MLB just because I don't feel like there's many people putting out content every single day like me during this stuff. So I feel like I can give you guys a little bit more value with an extra play as we go there, just because obviously we've had a great year. I don't think if I can get over 30, I think that'd be one of my top ones in a free play for any sport. And hopefully it can continue here. I'm going to just check Twitter quick and see if I missed anything. Actually, I think your stuff actually comes through. Awesome. That is awesome. Let's take a peek. Bryce Sarang, 2 total bases at plus 125. Honestly, I would probably just take his stolen base, bro. If I'm going to play prices like that, I kind of like that stolen base prop. He has been just swiping every time he gets on base. I think it's at like 250. I do not mind that at plus 250. I also really like Collins again today. I know it just feels like a broken record, but 250 on his stolen base as well. Just been on base machines lately. I definitely would look there. Another guy to always look for, and this is just something that I've been betting for a long time. One that I really like is always going towards teams that are facing Walker Buehler for stolen bases. So I think that Houston side, maybe if you're wanting to look at like a Jeremy Pena stolen base, I feel like that would be a good spot. I think those two would probably be where I'm at for the Brewers, Collins, and Terang. I know it's not great prices. I don't have the price in front of me, so give me 1 second. I'll check DraftKings at the moment. For Jeremy Pena stolen base, I don't mind that either. I feel like that plus 340 kind of feels a little wide for a guy like Buehler, who is obviously very prone to walking, guys. Gets blown up a lot. Pena, we saw him yesterday actually steal a base, which I love to see coming off the injury. So those are the times I don't play total bases. I just don't do it. I never play total bases. I play hit runs, RBIs, and if I have like an edge, maybe I'll go towards a single spot like an RBI at the plus money. I feel like I get way better plus money and way better value on the hit runs, RBIs than I do on total bases, just because I've seen it happen way too many times where I just get screwed on those. So where it turns a single into that, or single turns into an error, and then they don't give them my second total base. Just, I don't know. That's just me. Like I said, I've been doing this for a while, and that's maybe I'm just gun shy. I don't really know, but yeah, it's annoying, and I've had a couple beats like that, and I stay away now. I stay away from those guys. So Pavetta under 1 or under 2.5 is minus 150. That's a great price. That's a great look. Definitely a good juice reducer there. I think there was one other one I thought with a no-win option. That might be where I like it. I don't mind the Irvin no-win. Gomber no-win are definitely spots to throw in. St. Louis Dodgers moneyline parlay. This is the thing. I think the Dodgers win. I think they come out and they actually try to smack them and they crush them. I hope they do. But until they can show it to me, like, I would rather just play a Hendricks no-win than have to like rely on it. Because that bullpen for the Angels we saw last night blow it. So like usually when I do that, I know it's a lot worse price, but like I'd rather find something like the Pavetta that our boy Thomas brought in here. Like I'd rather play that Pavetta with a no-win Kyle Hendricks, even though it's minus 700, right? Like that would be a spot. That would be something that I throw in as a juice reducer versus me trying to play a money line parlay, because it's hard to win in the MLB. I know the Rockies suck. I kind of like the Cardinals in like a race to number, just because I think they get to Gomber first there. But I don't want to mess around with bullpens. Obviously, St. Louis is kind of giving up on the season. I know they're 51-50 or something like that. But yeah, they have to pretty much gave up. So I don't know. I always have a hard time having bad teams, bad players, try to do something positive for me. So that's just, I'd rather just play the no-win for Hendricks as like a juice reducer. But I have no hate on that. Plus 110 is obviously a good price. So hopefully you get that W. But I think that Hendricks no-win is going to be definitely a juice reducer for something for me today. So looking like we got through every question. I see that we still have 120 of you guys over on Twitter. Thank you guys so much. If you could, make sure you just retweet if you could. Hit that like button. Obviously, I really appreciate it. If you're over on YouTube, thank you. Popping over here. If you could hit that like button as well, it goes a long way. And hopefully we'll get a couple more winners, guys. I've been feeling really good about where we are in the season. Obviously, I could not expect it to go any better than it has so far. Baseball is a very hard sport to bet. I've been doing it for a long time. Obviously, I've been in the game for a long time, coaching, playing, teaching. So it's great when things go the way that they go in your head. So I appreciate all you guys again. Before we head out, play of the day, Joe Ryan under 17.5 outside minus 112. Appreciate you. Have a good one, guys. I believe Pass the Problem will be back Friday. If you could, and you're on YouTube, drop a comment if you like these, because I could do these a little more often, and it makes it a little bit easier than me having to go through and like process the video and everything. I could do these more often if we get enough people in here to like drop comments and do lives instead of me doing just my recorded YouTube play of the day. Either way, I obviously enjoy having the questions and stuff like that. But if you could, let me know if you enjoy these as much, if not better, than me doing my recorded ones, because it'll definitely help me out. Obviously, I want to do content that you guys enjoy, and that would be really appreciated if you guys could do that for me. So have a good one, guys. I'll catch you tomorrow. Not sure if it'll be live or if it'll be recorded, but I'll be back with another play for you guys. So have a good one, and best of luck on all your bets today.